If you're truly committed and are ready to take the right steps to free yourself from the program's influence and take control over your mind, your thoughts, and your perception, you're exactly where you need to be. Once you're in this program, nothing will ever be the same for you. You have to accept that first. You have nothing left to lose and everything waiting to be gained. You have reached a point of no return. Look straight ahead because it's not worth looking back anymore. And once you step outside the game, there's no reason to ever step back in. Game over.
If you change the rules on what controls you,
you will change the rules on what you can control. How radical are you prepared to be?
If you change the rules on what controls you, you will change the rules on what you can control. How radical are you prepared to be though? Because the program is very radical. You need to be too. I'm about to share the key to completely neutralize the program. Every bit of negativity it feeds you, if you catch yourself stuck in negative thought cycles, constantly worrying about the what ifs, struggling to let things go, this is for you. But first, there's some things you need to understand. Gangstalking is real and it's not. What I mean is, it's a false reality layered over your original one. The reality that was meant to be your true experience. It acts like a filter, distorting your perception and blocking your blessings. So what do? You place a new filter over the old one. But what that filter becomes is entirely up to you. This whole time, your circumstances were never meant to define you. It never did. Which proves that you are a co-creator of your reality. You decide what something means, and you can redefine it at any moment. There's no pressure. And if anything, it should free you to know that most people don't care about you. Honestly, they don't care about anyone but themselves. A world voided of love is not something you really want to participate in. So release yourself from the weight of society norms and expectations. Be irregular. Accept your differences. Embrace being weird. Don't fear being misunderstood, underestimated, or even embarrassed. Let go of trying to control what's outside of you and release the habit of constantly wanting and worrying. You don't have to live by rules that were never created for your well-being. Reclaim your perspective, reclaim your choices, reclaim your reality. Just like the program acts as if it has the right to decide who the target is and who isn't, and people move as if they're justified in choosing who to single out without ever questioning themselves. You can't afford to keep second guessing your own decisions. Stand firm, move with full conviction, be committed to protecting your peace and putting yourself first when it matters, especially when others have done the same for themselves while expecting you to carry the weight of everyone else's opinion. Trust your judgment, trust your decision, believe in the process, and move with certainty. Are you ready to continue? The tactics operate in cycles. Self-doubt, self-sabotage, self-inflicted harm. So you break the cycle by reconditioning yourself. You use the program's own loops against it. With awareness, you intercept the negative stimuli and consciously transform it into self-love. Every trigger becomes a reminder to affirm yourself. Every moment meant to weaken you becomes an opportunity to strengthen your mind. What was designed to harm you becomes fuel for growth, which is how you exit the game of self-destruction. But it requires intention. When you become intentional, you create a small space between the tactic and your impulse. A boundary. That space, even if it's only for a few seconds, is where your awareness lives. And in that small window, you shift the outcome. You change the reality. You change the rules. The more you do it, your awareness grows and that small space becomes a bigger one. And you will begin to notice it is as if you essentially kick the program out because it can no longer stay somewhere that's intentionally intercepting it and blocking its power, which is what it's been doing to you this entire time. When you consistently create that space, then you redefine it. You leave it no room for the program to take hold of, no time for it to live in you. You reclaim that moment. You beat it by reclaiming the moments. And in doing so, you reclaim your reality. Now I challenge you. This is what you do. You are aware that you are in the program. That awareness is the filter placed over your mind and your life. You don't simply remove it. You can't unknow what you come to know. So the key is to recondition yourself, reprogram and reframe the situation. Everything that you believe is the program, every noise, every muscle spasm you feel from the directed energy, every tactic you see, every color you believe is being used, literally everything that you notice about the program, because you can't leave none of this program available, no stone unturned. Everything about the program, literally everything, you reframe it by defining it as good, as self-love. You have to affirm it in your head, and it's even powerful when you say it out loud. So when you hear a noise campaign, you think to yourself, or you say out loud, I am deeply loved. When you feel a muscle spasm from the technology, you think or you say out loud, I matter, I am needed. When you see a headlight, you think or you say out loud, I am safe, everything is fine. What you are doing is overriding the hostile negative reality and creating a new one for yourself, not by force, but by using the program's own negative cycle against itself. Because you would never come to understand and affirm the positive if it wasn't for the program negative. The program is radical in its negative. You have to be radical in the positive. And love beat hate every time. You have to be consistent and intentional about it. Every time you hear and feel any type of way in response to noticing the program, you intercept it and start thinking and telling yourself something positive in response. Once you control the meaning, you control it. What you're doing isn't fighting against it. You're retraining your nervous system. You're overriding a stress response with a conscious response. You're not forcing reality to change. You're changing your interpretation. And that in response changes your experience. The mind learns through repetition. If negativity trained it, then consistency and positivity can retrain it. Every trigger becomes a cue for affirmation. Every moment of tension becomes a doorway for grounding. You don't need to battle anything. You simply interrupt the pattern and replace it. Be consistent. Be intentional. Each time you feel activated, pause and consciously respond with something stabilizing, loving, and true. Over time, your brain stops bracing for threats and start expecting safety. That's not delusional. That's conditioning. It's in your favor. Write down all the things you're grateful for, all the things you love about yourself, all the things that you need to know, that you want to tell yourself. Write down all the things that you are grateful for, all the good things about yourself, and all the good things that you need to know. These are your affirmations to a new reality. Every time the program reveals itself, say one or two of these things in your head or out loud, and you stay consistent just as the program, and watch how the noise that was once static, didn't make any sense, and brought out confusion, instead becomes a reminder for who you are and what you care about and the truth.
Let's go.
I am the one you deny. Pushed off every time I try, but I'm alright. I'm able to swallow my pride and put all the bullshit to the side. If you're ready to ride.